Okay, row reduction. This is this one. All right. So give me 1, 1, 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 20, 1, negative 2, 3, 6. Okay, row reduction. So everybody's looking here. What do we do first? We got to make a 0 in this spot.
Where is this question?
In your notes. I'm not sure what page.
Example 5.
It's example 5 in your notes. Okay, I need you to make this 0. So you're making an attack in the second row. So what are you going to do? You're just going to copy the top and the bottom. The first row and the second row. There we go. We got to attack the second row. How do you make a 0? Which one do you want to combine it with? 1 or 3, doesn't matter. I think I'm going to pick the first row. Is that okay? Okay, what would you have to do to get a 0 out of this? Double the first row. So this would become 2, and then subtract. So if you times this by 2 and then subtract that, boom, 0. Good. Okay, so keep going. Ready? Double is 2, subtract 3, negative 1. Double, 2, subtract 4. Double makes 12, subtract 20. Good. Done. Step 1. Row reduction step 2. Put a 0 on this position. So my attack is in the third column, or sorry, third row. So I'm going to copy the top, copy the middle, and attack on the third. Okay, show me something you can combine it with to make a 0. What would you do? No, you're just gonna like you can times things, but you always try to add or subtract things. But I'm just gonna do this. This, subtract this. That's the only option. Okay, this is a 0, so you can't do anything with it. Row 1, subtract row 3. Okay, so do the math in the third. 1 subtract 1, 0. Careful, 1 subtract negative 2. This is where things go wrong when we subtract negatives, right? 3? 3. What do we got here? 1 subtract 3, negative 2. 6 subtract 6, 0. Okay, row reduction, third step. I need to make a 0. This is my third step. Okay, so copy 1, copy 2. Okay, do you remember my tip? You're going to make a 0, but at the same time, I don't want you to deactivate this 0, right? So row 3 is going to combine with which other row? Row 2, because you got to keep that 0 in there. If you wanted to combine that, this would make a number there, and I don't want that. I did all my hard work. So row 2. So I'm going to triple row 2. Good, because then this would be the negative 3, add. Good? Triple this and then add this. Okay, so this is still 0, which is what we still wanted. We didn't want to deactivate. Okay, so negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Oh boy. Triple is negative 6 plus negative 2. Negative 8. Triple, negative 24. Oh good, plus 0. Ta-da! You're done row reduction work. Ready? We're going to start here and work our way up. So what does that mean? So this means negative 8, which letter? which z's equals negative 24. Okay, solve. Z equals 3. Boom. Work your way up. So now let's go into the second. What do we have here? So negative 1 of which letter? Y's. Subtract 2 z's, but I'm going to use 3 instead of a z. Negative 1 y's minus 2 z's equals negative 8. Okay, the finished line is 1x plus 1y, replace y, so that's a 2. 1 of the z's, so replace it. I feel like we had that answer yesterday, but I don't know if it was the same. Okay, so that's row reduction. So what did I put on this study sheet? 3 moves, and then what? Just use your systems of equation plug-in stuff. Okay, there you go. That's your row reduction.
Well, we had one question with the same answer and with the same top, x plus y plus z equals 6.
Okay, but then the other thing, these were different.
These are different.
Okay, Gauss Jordan. So flip back a page. Flip back a page. Gauss. So we got 9 steps. Kind of horseshoey a bit. 9 steps. Here's your cheat sheet. Good? You can keep that beside you as we go. So give me the first original thing. Example 4. Gauss Jordan. Okay, here we go. Step 1. 0. So I'm going to copy top and bottom. Okay, a lot of this work is just copying numbers, right? Copy, copy. All right. Give me a method to get a 0. What's the easiest thing to do? Top minus middle. Row 1, subtract row 2. Okay? If your partner beside you does row 2, subtract row 1, it's going to work out. Your just numbers will look different on that step, but it'll all work out too. Okay, so I'm going this way. Top minus middle, 0. 1 subtract 3. 1 subtract 4. 7 subtract 23. And then look up. Did we have the same stuff in the middle? Does everybody have 0, negative 2, negative 3, negative 16? Okay. Step 2, 0. So now this is my next thought. I got to make a 0 there. So what does it mean? Copy top, copy my middle, figure out third row. Okay, which row do you have to combine it with? The first row, and are we going to triple this one? Triple this, and then subtract that. Does that sound good? Triple row 1, and then take away row 3. So here we go. Triple to 3, subtract 3, 0. Triple to 3, subtract negative 1, 4. Triple 3, subtract 2. Triple is 21, subtract 9. 21, subtract 9. Okay. Third, I need to 0 this number. Third step, 0 that thing. Don't forget to make sure everything else stays zeros that's already been zeroed. Okay, so copy, 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 copy.
Okay.
Okay, which row do you have to combine it with so that the zeros don't deactivate? These things? Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to double this and then add that. Does that sound like a good plan? Double this, 2 row 2s plus row 3. Good? So stay 0. 2 of these makes -4 plus 4 is 0. Okay, now to think about the rest. Double -6 plus 1. Double -32 plus 12 -20 -32 plus 12. Yeah. Okay, what does it say to do fourth? One it out. We got to one it out. That's the fourth step. Okay, so this needs to turn into a 1. So copy the top, copy the middle. Okay, show me on the side, what would you do to this number to change it to a 1? Divide by -5. So 0, 0, 1, and 4. Okay, do you guys actually have one of your answers already? What would I write here? One of my answers, Z. Z is 4. Okay, here we go. Step 5, 0 that. Okay, so copy the top. You know what? Your third row is done. It's always just going to get copied. You're never going to change the third row now. Okay. What row do you want to combine it with so that we make sure everything else stays zeros in the front? The third row. So I'm going to go this plus triple that. This plus triple that. Row 2 plus triple row 3. Okay, so that stays at my 0. -2 plus, doesn't matter, so -2. This is what helps. This plus triple that, 0. Okay, and then the 1 at the end is a little bit harder. -16 plus 12 makes -4. So now we've done that, 0, so what's the next thing? 1 it out. Okay, how do I 1 this out? Row 2 is going to have to get divided by -2. So 0, 1, 0. Divide by -2 becomes 2. Guess what? You're done the second row. What are you going to say about the second row? Y equals 2. Okay, so row 2, row 3 will never change. You're done. The rest of the times it's going to get copied. Okay, here we go. 7th, 0 this one. Okay, so I'm already going to copy the bottoms. Okay, how are we going to make a 0 there? What kind of I have to pick row 3, right? Have to. So look that, what would you do? Good? That minus that will do the trick, right? So here we go. 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0. 1 minus 1. 7 minus 4. Step 8, 0 here. 0 that. So I'm going to spend some time copying the second and the third. Okay, I have to put it with a row 2. That's the only way. So I can just subtract those numbers and it'd be gone. So row 1 minus row 2 makes 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Zeros. And then 3 subtract 2 is 1. Okay? So you'll probably see me writing my final answer like so. Okay? What do you do on a test if you want to check to see if you're right? What would you do? You can plug it into each equation. Okay? Do you guys want to know how I can do this in 2 seconds? Okay. My fancy calculator has matrices on it. Okay, so I'm going to edit to be a 3 by 4. 1, 1, 1, 7. 1, 3, 4, 23. 3, negative 1, 2, and 9. Okay. Matrix math. Of matrix A. Ready? There's my answer. 1, 2, 4, done.